CTV Edmonton, local breaking news with Connor Hogg.
Good evening. A local business owner is fed up with long lines of traffic at the gas station next door. He says the gas is so cheap it's leading to shoving matches as drivers jostle for position in line.
I'm just waiting for one day for nice shooting. Like they're gonna start shoot each other. Today was very close, very close. 3 police crews came. They spent 3 hours here. For what?
Jack 10 has been in business here for 40 years. He says the cheap gas at the Domo on Princess Elizabeth Avenue has been causing problems for a couple of years. He's called police and the city about the lineups because they can wrap around the strip mall, blocking the street, as well as his loading bay area. The funeral home nearby says its processions can have trouble navigating out of the parking lot. Mall management says it put out signs a few weeks ago directing drivers, but not everyone obeys them. Drivers we spoke to have heard about the fights and other issues. They just want to save some money.
People are impatient and people cut in line and then people get mad and you know what I mean. So everyone's in a hurry and they just don't want to wait around and people are rude sometimes, you know.
I came from Sherwood Park because I've seen how cheap this gas is and I just want some cheap gas. I'm sure everyone else does, but I don't think it's that serious.
Jack 10 says some people make the trip in from Spruce Grove to fill up. Police confirmed they responded to a call this afternoon. They say there was a verbal dispute when one driver cut in front of another. That argument did not lead to any injuries or charges. Police broke it up and left the scene. The grocery store owner says police tell him they can't give tickets to cars blocking up the road because they're still in their vehicles, not parked. Staff at the station declined comment. The Edmonton Police Service says crime and disorder are down across the city. The EPS says it's because of officers being proactive instead of reactive and working with community partners. CTV's Evan Kenny has more.
Normalizing disorder doesn't make it go away. It makes it worse.
The Edmonton Police Service says it is disrupting disorder, crime, and drug use around the city. It says violent and non-violent crimes have dropped between 1 and 4%, while disorder is down by 13%.
I'm here today to say that cycle ends now. And we will no longer be tolerant of what is happening on our streets or in our city.
Police Chief Warren Dreichel says EPS is using data to proactively place officers in areas where they may be needed. Police have responded to 530 calls in Churchill Square this year.
Our data is showing that the majority of these calls for service were driven or generated by our police officers, meaning that our proactive presence is generating fewer calls from the public.
Police also say partnerships with the city and organizations like Hope Mission are helping stop disorder.
We need to make sure that we have the right interventions for the right people. And so by developing that data, then we know what, program streams are going to be appropriate person by person.
Groups in central Edmonton are seeing a difference, but say the work needs to continue.
We are still hearing from some of our major employers that employees are still a little bit nervous, maybe to get on the LRT.
We are pleased with the responsiveness of Chief Dreichel, and we have seen actions already taken, so we're really optimistic about what's going to happen in the weeks ahead.
Still, people want more changes to help police deal with the homeless population.
It's a human rights violation against the very powers that be that have such an inflated budget.
We could probably arrest hundreds and hundreds of people that are doing criminal behavior disorder. What we're trying to do is be selective. It's a real focus on victimization and violence.
Police say they are working with the province and Recovery Alberta to set up a stabilization center. Dreichel says this would be similar to navigation and support centers, but for people with more acute needs. Evan Kenny, CTV News, Edmonton.
A man facing 2 counts of second-degree murder has refused to take part in a second, not criminally responsible assessment. Justin Bone is accused of killing 2 men while they worked in Chinatown in 2022. This afternoon, he told the justice the first NCR assessment contained hearsay and lies. He apologized and said based on past experience with that assessment at Alberta Hospital, he didn't want to do it again. The Crown says it will call a final witness before closing its case. It's unclear if Bone's lawyer will call any evidence. The trial, which started in mid-January, will resume next month. The man who was assaulted after leaving St. Albert's Muslim Association spoke today about how the attack is affecting him. He also participated in a meeting with St. Albert's Muslim community and politicians to discuss ways to fight racism in the city.
I'm speaking today because I don't want anyone else to experience this kind of hate. Islamophobic racism or violence should never be accepted in our community.
Last Friday, Ali Wahad Noor and his wife were driving home from a prayer meeting at the Muslim Association of St. Albert. Noor's vehicle was cut off and a person yelled racist language at the couple, physically assaulting Noor. Today, the association says Noor is continuously seeing doctors and mental health supporters and is suffering from nightmares. Community members came together at a meeting this afternoon to discuss next steps.
Today, I ask all of us to stand together against hate and work toward safe and a more unit community for everyone.
The rise of Islamophobia and anti-immigrant sentiment is not something we want to see here in St. Albert, and we must condemn it at every opportunity, and my commitment is to be a part of that.
RCMP say 40-year-old Ryan Richard Lacasse was charged on Thursday with aggravated assault, uttering threats, and 2 Traffic Safety Act offenses. RCMP say he has been released and is due in court in June. They're also asking anyone who may have witnessed the incident or has video of it to come forward. Alberta RCMP say a motorcycle gang that's getting larger is increasing the potential for conflicts. RCMP say Satan's Choice Motorcycle Club is growing across Canada, and that includes Alberta. That could lead to more clashes with established motorcycle gangs like Hells Angels. RCMP say warmer weather can mean more bikers on area roads and highways. You might also see a heavier police presence when these gangs plan rides and events. Premier Danielle Smith seems optimistic a new pipeline to the coast is just a matter of time following a meeting with the Prime Minister. Smith was in Ottawa today putting pressure on Mark Carney to get moving on a memorandum of understanding signed last year. CTV's Tim Brooke has this update.
Well, Premier, welcome. Welcome back. Thank you for making the time.
The pleasantries between the Prime Minister and Alberta's Premier didn't last long Friday.
Albertans are getting a little bit impatient. In Alberta, there does need to be a demonstration that Canada can work.
Danielle Smith says finalizing the pair's deal signed last November to get a new pipeline built is her top priority, and can even help national unity.
We're working to make Canada work better for Albertans and for all Canadians, and when Canada works well, it's good for the world.
A tense public meeting, but behind closed doors, the temperature was lowered. And by the afternoon, Smith's pipeline if had turned to when.
Prime Minister Mark Carney and I made significant progress towards reaching an agreement on a West Coast pipeline.
An industrial carbon pricing agreement and a carbon capture project were both discussed. Smith wouldn't provide specifics, but said both sides will talk again soon.
I hope to have something more firm to announce very, very soon.
That's still not entirely welcome news on the West Coast.
I understand that the pipeline project is of critical importance to Premier Smith, but there is still no route. There is still no proponent.
This pipeline push and pull does come at an interesting time. In an earnings call Friday, energy company Southbow spoke of a strong demand for capacity, but did not commit to being the pipeline proponents.
Recent global events have reinforced that secure, reliable energy and the infrastructure that delivers it truly matter.
The Premier says she wants to have the MOU finalized by next month, and that her government is currently mapping out 5 potential pipeline routes. Tim Brooke, CTV News, Calgary.
Smith says she wants to have a submission to the Major Projects Office finalized by next month. However, multiple routes still need to be mapped out, and there is still no private proponent. While Smith says she believes one will step forward, she reiterated today there is no pipeline without one. Privacy protection experts are urging you to take precautions after it was revealed nearly 600 people accessed an online database featuring the personal information of millions of Albertans. They say time is of the essence since it takes time for scammers to build a file on the people they plan to target. CTV's Nicole Weisberg has more.
We have to have a lens of zero trust. This cybersecurity expert says if you haven't already, it is time to put your guard up. With an electoral list containing full names, addresses, postal codes, phone numbers, and more posted online and searchable for weeks, he says Albertans should expect to be targeted.
So it could be a text saying, hey, protect yourself. Your data's been out. Click here to see if you're on the list. Right? Phishing is getting more and more sophisticated.
Mike Schoenberger says one of the top things you should do is use a password manager, a secure digital vault that generates and stores complex passwords for various online accounts. He also says use two-factor authentication whenever possible and, in general, be wary of posting online.
When people are looking to steal an identity, they use social engineering, Facebook, Instagram.
If you send a friend a happy birthday wish today saying, happy birthday, it's great to hear you're 40 years old today. Well, it doesn't take much of a mathematician to figure out what that person's date of birth is.
Former major crimes investigator Neil LeMay says scammers will create dossiers on people using different sources. So even if you think this particular data breach isn't that big of a concern, combined with other information, it can open up access to a lot.
Primary building blocks for identity theft are name and address. There's lots of reports in the media about people who have had their bank accounts emptied, had credit cards taken out in their name, have had their houses mortgaged without their knowledge.
In the age of artificial intelligence, he says scammers can even scrape your voice from your voicemail and use that to get into your accounts. All things he says we should think about in the wake of this breach. Nicole Weisberg, CTV News, Edmonton.
The University of Alberta says a widely used digital classroom will be restored with limited capacity after a cyber attack. The attack targeted Canvas Cloud, which is used by many universities to store course materials, manage grades, and submit assignments. It's unclear exactly what data has been accessed. The U of A says Canvas does not store information like passwords, dates of birth, and financial information. The university says it will continue to take steps to ensure security of Canvas before restoring full access. There are no changes to scheduled exams at this time. The cyber attack is affecting thousands of schools around the world. Canada's chief medical health officer says 2 Albertans may have come in contact with someone infected with Hantavirus on a flight. Provincial Primary and Preventative Services says public health officials have been in touch with both people who were watching for symptoms at home. CTV's Curtis Goodrum has more.
Public health here in Edmonton and Alberta are working with our federal counterparts to help manage that situation overall. The risk to Albertans is low.
There are still 4 Canadians on the Hantavirus-stricken MV Hondius cruise ship heading for the Canary Islands. Canadian health authorities say once they get back to Canada, the passengers will be screened by public health.
I really don't believe there's any real risk to the public with the Hantavirus.
University of Alberta head virologist Dr. Lauren Tyrrell believes the Andes Hantavirus could only be dangerous when in prolonged contact, such as a cruise.
It's not an easily transmissible virus. Some viruses have very easy transmission. This is not one that does.
Dr. Tyrrell says that Alberta has a local Hantavirus strain. It can be caught when improperly dealing with mouse droppings.
The strains we've seen in North America, we don't think there's any evidence that has been transmitted person to person.
The most common way you're going to get hantavirus is by cleaning up feces and urine of mice.
Shannon Gadwa, General Manager of Birch Fumigators, says not wearing proper protective gear when dealing with mouse droppings can lead to hantavirus.
Don't sweep it up, you want to wipe it up. Make sure you have a good mask, like an N95 or better, good gloves. You don't want to be vacuuming unless you have all the proper equipment.
There is currently no vaccine for any hantavirus strain due to transmission being rare. There are some signs to look out for.
There might be an incubation period from between 1 and 8 weeks, with an average of about 2 to 3 weeks. The symptoms that people might have are typical flu-like symptoms.
There are currently no Canadians symptomatic with the Andes Hantavirus. Curtis Goodrum, CTV News, Edmonton.
Coming up, as Edmonton high school students shop for the perfect grad outfits, some are using the occasion to show off their culture.
I think it shows perfectly the embodiment of who I am.
Good evening, folks. Warm but a little gusty in Edmonton today. Gusts to about 30 kilometers per hour this afternoon. We get to 19 for a daytime high. We told you yesterday some cooler air was going to drop in across the north. Temperatures were 5 to 10 degrees cooler than yesterday. You're going to warm back up tomorrow, though, and we'll warm up here in the Edmonton area as well. All those details in just a few minutes.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
The province's latest map shows an extreme fire risk through many sections of central and southern Alberta. The latest fire danger rating puts most of east central and southeastern Alberta in the extreme category, including Calgary, Red Deer, and Lethbridge. In those conditions, fires can be fast spreading and difficult to control. Rocky View County has issued a fire ban. So far this year, there's been 158 wildfires across the province. 8 are currently burning. They're all considered under control. Edmonton's Big Bin events begin this weekend. Big Bin events allow people to drop off and throw out household items for free that are too large or bulky for regular garbage collection. The first event is at Northlands. You can expect a long line of vehicles along Wayne Gretzky Drive and 119th Avenue tomorrow. The next one is in 2 weeks at Commonwealth. The City of Edmonton's website has a list of more dates and locations. Grade 1 students gathered at Borden Park this morning for a lesson about trees.
We're learning about the earth.
Students learned how trees support healthy environments and why it's important to protect green spaces. City staff, volunteers, and guest speakers led students in activities during the day. Participating students received little tree seedlings to take home and care for themselves. It's been an Arbor Day tradition for 40 years.
Yeah, I just think it's really important to empower the kids. They're really curious. They're really excited to be here. We have lots of different kind of fun stations for the kids to check out. The importance of trees, what makes trees so awesome, and how they impact the kids in our lives.
Organizers say the goal is to encourage environmental awareness at an early age. The province is reminding people to fill out their census forms so Alberta can get its fair share of federal funding. The information you're asked to share depends on whether you received the short or the long version of the census. The province says either way, it's important to be counted because federal funding is based on a per-person formula. That means more resources will be allocated to places with more people. Statistics Canada says if you refuse to fill out your census, you could be fined. The province could end up paying a bigger price.
The placement of hospitals, schools, police stations, transit routes, all of this core service of government depends upon high quality census data. The lower the response, the lower the quality, that degrades the decision making for your community.
Statistics Canada says it understands people may be hesitant to share their information because of recent data breaches. It says it's governed by law to keep your information confidential, and it uses multiple steps to ensure data is encrypted. Your census is due by Tuesday, May 12th. The city is moving forward with a new plan to bring art to more people and places in Edmonton. The 10-year roadmap will be used to identify and transform spaces for all genres of art in all parts of the city. It was unveiled today at an event by Arts Habitat Edmonton. The organization says it often hears from Edmontonians who say they have to travel far to get to these facilities. The goal is to make the arts more accessible.
So how do we find spaces in our own community? And some of them are empty storefronts. In other cases, they might be old schools. We're talking to recreation centers. We're talking to libraries. We're talking to Edmonton Federation of Community Leagues about what kind of spaces are there and how can we together utilize them more.
The group says its 42 priorities are broken down by short, medium, and long-term timelines to get the plans implemented. The Edmonton Stingers will open their season this weekend under the national spotlight. The Stingers will host the Winnipeg Sea Bears tomorrow, with the game broadcast on national television and some streaming platforms. The Western Division clash starts at 1:30 p.m. at the Expo Center. Edmonton finished third in a strong Western Conference last season, falling in the postseason play-in round to the Calgary Surge. Team Canada soccer captain Alphonso Davies has been injured just weeks before the FIFA World Cup begins. Davies suffered a left hamstring injury in Bayern Munich's Champions League semi-final match against Paris Saint-Germain on Wednesday. The German club says he will miss several weeks. This means his availability for the World Cup is now in doubt. Canada, which is co-hosting the World Cup with the United States and Mexico, plays its first game June 12th against Bosnia in Toronto. Coming up after the break, a more meaningful graduation outfit than most, with cultural connection stitched in.
I had to put my hard work into this shirt, and I know it seems small, but it's a really deep-rooted thing.
Programming brought to you by Green Tree Outdoor Living, where your dream yard becomes a reality.
Welcome back. Couple degrees above average today, 15, the average daytime high. We got close to 20. Should be in the low to mid 20s through the weekend and the first half of next week. Cloudy skies to start the day tomorrow. Some showers off to the west and to the south. I think most of the city, probably all of Edmonton, stays dry. There's maybe a couple little sprinkles there just off to the west and to the south of the Edmonton region early Saturday morning. Better chance, though, for the Red Deer region and surrounding areas to see some showers. There's your clearing through the afternoon, so maybe a couple sprinkles, but for the most part, just cloudy to start, clearing in the afternoon, and then partly cloudy for Sunday. It's a low-pressure system that'll move across the north. Some scattered showers and thunderstorms possible in northern Alberta. Some hit-and-miss precipitation as well off to the west of the Edmonton region. There's a slight chance we might see a couple showers in and around Edmonton Sunday afternoon. I think the bigger story is going to be the warm air being drawn in from the south and the wind returning. Calm conditions tomorrow, back to gusts around 30 kilometers per hour on Sunday. There's a good chance for some rain in through areas from Red Deer south overnight Sunday into early Monday. So if we don't get anything late afternoon or early evening in the Edmonton area, it looks like after that, it dries up for the first half of next week. Next best chance would be the end of next week for some showers or some rain. -3s in Cold Lake, Fort McMurray, about -1 for Lloydminster, 7s and 8s on the positive side. Edmonton, Red Deer, Grand Prairie, you're up to 22 in Grand Prairie tomorrow, 17 for Fort McMurray. That's a little warmer than it was today, 16 or 17 for the Lloydminster, Coronation regions, and close to 20 in Red Deer here in Edmonton. Cloudy in the morning, clearing in the afternoon, high of 21 with light wind, breezy for Sunday, gusty again on Monday, and temperatures in the 21 to 24 range. And a bit of a cool down towards the end of next week, back into the teens, and that chance of some showers or rain towards the end of next week. That is your forecast.
As some high school students search and shop for the perfect grad dress or suit, others are designing and making their own. As CTV's Curtis Goodrum shows us, Indigenous students from Archbishop O'Leary are creating ribbon skirts and shirts.
Students at Archbishop O'Leary Catholic High School are putting the finishing touches on their ribbon skirts and shirts.
I think it shows perfectly the embodiment of who I am.
Haley Johnson applied for a local grant that's covering the cost of these materials, helping her classmates stitch together a connection with their culture.
And it's the empowerment of our ancestors that helped me show this and helped me build this big thing for everybody else so they could express themselves as well.
Project coordinator Kaylee Davey says the handmade clothes are a powerful display of a student's identity.
Ribbon skirt is about strength, resilience, identity, connection to Mother Earth. A lot of them have unique elements that are specific to the person who's wearing them, and they're really individual.
I had to undo it so many times.
Ryan Boucher never knew how to sew before making his ribbon shirt. With a little help, he was able to create something meaningful he can wear during graduation.
I had to put my hard work into this shirt, and I know it seems small, but it's a really deep-rooted thing.
Indigenous students from Edmonton Catholic schools will all gather here at the Northeastern River Valley Event Centre May 14th. The students say they're excited to cross the stage and show off their work.
Walking that stage together, it means a lot because it's like a family, like a sense of community.
I gotta show off my skirt, do a couple spins, like, hey, put my foot out there, you know.
More than 200 students will attend the graduation ceremony, taking their creations off the rack and onto the runway. Curtis Goodrum, CTV News, Edmonton.
Thanks for watching us tonight. For the latest news anytime, visit our website, ctvnewsedmonton.ca. Thanks for spending your time here. Have a good night.